So today we're on my little friend's land. Lovely down here. All the way up into the hills. And even further that way is a lot more land. Where we found some Saxon artefacts. Some weights. Gaming pieces. Found a Saxon brooch. All identified by a kind friend of ours. Anyway, big field. Not been here for a while. Had loads of coins out of here. Haven't videoed much, but I thought I'd just do an overview of what we've found over the last 2 months. So let's start with the first hole and some memories. Looks good. Let's have a dig. Still in the hole. We've got ourselves a coin, which is just there, but it was loud. There's a bit of the imprint. There's the other little bit of the imprint. What we got? There's a George. Right, still in the hole. My pinpoint is playing up this morning, so I'm having to just go in and take up that little bit of extra earth. You can see it. Is that it there? It's a button. Silver one. Well, that's okay. Find's a find. When it comes to permissions, I don't have much of a problem around here. Although it's not like the fields of Perthshire or down in Wiltshire. It's nice agricultural land. And permissions are not a problem. Because parents, farmers, grandmothers, all the landowners, their children come to my school. Well, I had a 53-55. It's in that. Knowing my luck, it's going to be what? What do we reckon? I had one of these before. It's just a little tag. Another piece of metal out of the ground. Don't think it has any value. But on to the next. A little note, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I've got to a hole, got a good signal, clear, precise, concise, 53, 55, dig the hole, and it's only indicating about 6-7 inches under. Dig the hole, nothing. Everything goes dead. Has anybody else ever suffered that? Strange, but it's happening twice today. Anyway, on to the next. 82, 84. Let's dig it. This little machine I've got is a Garrett Apex, and it's just what I need for around here. If I lived back in Wiltshire where I used to live, with all them fields and the contents of the fields, then yes, I would have upgraded it. But for the value and the money, I don't think I'd benefit up here. Anyway, let's find out where this is. Well, that's still in the hole. Saying it's still deep down. Right, it's out. Let's see. It's not that. I've got it. Let's see. Nice little penny. Let's see what we got. Looks a bit toasted. In fact, it looks like a 2p. But coin's a coin. We didn't realise how many coins you could actually get in a field. We thought we'd get 2 or 3. On the furthest field on the other side of this hill, we've had 16 coins out of it, and it's probably less than 2 acres in size. And there's probably a lot more to come out of there as well. Anyway, coin's a coin. To the next. It's actually quite mild today. Monday, I thought that was going to be the best day of the week. But today, Wednesday, my friends had to go off somewhere, so I've come out on my own. Prefer it on my own sometimes. Startled a few pheasants in the field. But, yeah, 50 years ago I started metal detecting as a young lad. Bought my first metal detector in the Exchange and Mart. I used to have a monopoly on paper rounds. Had a morning, evening, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday collection. And this metal detector back in 78, 77, in fact probably earlier than that, 75. It was like a walking stick with a small black box underneath the handle. And then a single wire that went down to a plastic circular halo. And off I went down the woods and various other places. Found a few pennies. Found a crown, I think it was once. Over the moon with that. I thought, brilliant. Compared to today's machines, unbelievable. I actually tried finding one, if they still existed, or even the advert for it not long ago. But it didn't happen. But anyway, on to the next. We're 58, 53, it's not constant, but it's quite loud, quite precise. And just there. Doing. Let's see if it's in or out. No, still in the hole. Let's get a wider berth on it. Get right down there. Get some trench foot on it. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can get out of here. Oh, it's not anything Roman. It's a door handle. A handle of something. A door handle, a handle of thingy-me-jog. Probably off a Roman chest of drawers. Ha ha ha. Right, on to the next. I've had a banging 70, and I've just been run ragged trying to find it, and I found it. That's all it is. It's a very small button, but it didn't have bang up. But anyway, the button's a button. Well, it wasn't too far from here that I actually found what was later identified as a small Saxon brooch. This is it in the picture. I thought it was actually something from the 1800s until a friend of mine commented on it saying, "That's old, that is." The big weight that I'd found on the upper field, this one here, I thought, yeah, it is a trade weight, but no, turned out to be an Anglo-Saxon gaming piece. 16th century coin weight that was found by a stream which is on the other side of this hill. I was going to discard that until I got it home and it dried out, and then I could see some markings on the left. Did a bit of searching, and same shape and size came up on a number of sites with better lettering on it than I had. But I thought, hey, that's not bad. At first when I asked permission on here, I said there won't be much, but gets me out and about. But what we have pulled up here has even amazed the farmer. He didn't believe anybody had lived up here, because it's very sparsely populated. So it must have been people must have been passing through here, sticking to the higher ground. There's no point travelling in the low ground because you could get ambushed by local thugs of the time. As they say, dominate the high ground and you can go anywhere. Anyway, let's crack on to the next hole. Let's get the dodgy pointer out. Well, it says it's here. It's strange when you're waiting for that sound. Oh no, it's gold again. Makes such a brilliant little sound. I've had them smaller than that when you think they're hammereds. If you crunch it up, never mind. Check my hole before I put it in case there was anything hiding underneath it. As I say, for what I've had out of this land, not expecting a lot to start with is amazing. So, well, that's the end. Got a black cow or a brown cow. What do you think? Do we do well? Don't know really, do you? Right, catch you all later.